Hello, good day everyone. I am Chryzza Marquez, and together with my group mates, Vincent Patindol, Gemwell, Tutor, and Aldrin Lagrimas, we are the group 1, and today we will show you how we answered our skills assessment. So in this activity, we will be practiced and be assessed on the following skills. First is to evaluate event alerts using SGRIL and Kibana. Use Google search as a tool to obtain intelligence on a potential exploit, and then use virus total to upload and verify the threat existence. So the first one we should do is to download and install a security onion VM, and then get inside the VM using the username and password that was given, and then go to the terminal window and enter the sudo so status command. After that, we have to log in into the SQL and also use the username and password that was given. So here we can see that we are already inside the SQL.
By looking for the keyword Trojan, we can see that the pushdo Trojan attack was on the day of June 27, 2017. As we can see, the logs show that the attack started from 1:38 to 1:44 p.m. For the alerts noted during the time frame associated with the Trojan attack, we can look for them at the events message column. We then identified the internal IP address by looking at the IP address starting with 192.168. This is because IP addresses starting with these digits are private IP addresses. We can then conclude that the internal IP address is 192.168.1.96. For the external IP addresses, we can identify them by finding the ones not starting with 192.168.
So next is all about the infected host. So we will see the details by right-clicking the alert ID and by going to the network miner. So inside the network miner, here in the host tab, we will see or we can see the IP address, which is the IP address of the infected host, which is the 192.168.1.96, the MAC address and the NIC vendor. And in the files tab, we can see when was the attack happened. So it was happened on June 27, 2017 at 1 p.m. 1:38 p.m. So this attack was executed by Jervgan of that stream malware.
Next is examining the exploit. We can examine the exploit by right-clicking Alert ID, then Transcript. On the transcript, we can see the source of the malware and its name. So we can see the source is matte.com and the malware name is jerv.gun. And next is we can then find the SHA-256 hash for the malware by going into the network miner and files, and you can calculate the empty SHA-256 hash. So you can copy the hash and go to virus total to check if how many security vendors flagged it. So you can see it's 60 vendors matched it as malicious, and then you can see the details of the malware. So its file type, file size, other names, and its target machine.
So to summarize our report, the PC with the IP address of 192.168.1.96 was infected with push.rohan which downloaded and installed jerv.gun, throw.exe, and wp.exe to different hosts on June 26, 2017 at 1:38 p.m. until 1:44 p.m. The SHA-256 hash of these three malwares were then inputted on virustotal.com and were determined as malicious files. So that was all for our skills assessment. Thank you so much for listening.